now that everything's cut out, I'm going to get it all laid out and get everything drilled and start bolting this thing together. All of this is upcycled lab tabletops. So whoever gets it is going to have to understand that there's going to be a few stains on here that won't come off. But I'm giving it a valiant effort to get them smoothed back up and get the stains off. I've wiped everything down. Okay, now that I've done all of these, to do this other end here, and because these are offset, and the reason that they're offset is because of this. I'm drilling the holes, the countersinks for the middle of this. This 1/4 inch piece here doesn't matter. So in order to get that, when I turn around, my stop's going to be the same, but now I have to come back. So it's just a quick couple turns on this and dial it back in. And then my stops can stay the same. I have to change nothing other than just move the table a little bit. And I can check it, and I'm dead on it right there. That quick, and I'm ready to go. I didn't have to do a bunch of switching up and changing stops and everything else. So it's that simple. So now I've changed bits, and I'm still set right back up. And I know when I hit that, I'm dead center of that hole. No setups again. No, I think I'm going to hit that little nipple and the bit walk around. I know I'm dead center of that hole. I know there's multiple ways to do that. I'm just showing you the simplicity of this. Alright, so now that I've done those, and I'll come back and do my countersinks out here and everything else in a second. Now that I've done those, I have to come back out to where I was. See, I can dial that right back into where I know I'm dead center of that hole. So I've just switched pieces. And I still managed to punch dead center of that hole. Alright, now that everything's drilled and tapped and deburred, go ahead and put this top together. And hope that all the gaps work out right. I'm just going to put a few screws in just to make sure that everything's lining up like it's supposed to. Not perfect science here. Remember, every bit of this stuff is reclaimed, even these screws. Alright, now that I got all those screwed on, and I double checked to make sure that everything was lined up and would run through, I flipped it over, and all these screws should have been the same, but some of them I cut off, because like I said, these were all used, and I didn't get them quite cut enough, so I used a straight edge and went over top of it, and when I found something that was hanging like that right there, I just took the die grinder and just cleaned it up a little bit. Nobody's ever going to see this, it's just on the back, but you want that thing to be smooth all the way across there, nothing hanging, nothing catching. So we're going to mount the slides on here, and we don't want any issues whatsoever. Maybe one slide and the second slide. Okay, I really didn't see the need in videotaping this part of this. This is pretty self-explanatory. These are just the two runner pieces for the bottom. And on the very bottom of this plate, I drilled 4 holes in it. And I have the bolts, washers, and lock washers to screw in. That'll fit on, that pattern right there should fit on just about any drill press. And if not, you can drill it and tap it yourself. This will be the next layer up, and it has the other runners on it, the other runner pieces on it, and then the top part of that, I've got the runners for the top plate. And it's just simply going to slide together. I don't want to slide it all the way together, because I still have to make the pieces for the all thread to put in there, and then I don't want to have to pull it back apart and everything else. But I've already checked it, it's tight. I'm trying to keep this in the camera. There's no movement, no wiggle. It's good and tight, but it's not too tight. It needs to be really, really snug so that there's no movement to it. But when you're spinning the knob on it, you won't feel that resistance in it. We gotta love it when you hit record, but you really didn't hit record. I got the bottom half of this put together, slides in there already, the handle's in there already, it moves, but for whatever reason, I didn't get that part recorded.
Good.
So it's recording now. And it's cutting my
Should I get higher up on the ladder?
No, I need you to be quiet. That's what I need. Just hush. Are you done? Got anything else you want to say? It's recording.
I didn't.
Huh?
I didn't know that.
I told you twice. It's recording. Okay, are we ready?
3, 2.
Hi! Are we ready? Hush. Okay.